Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been over a year since I've made a video. Is that not crazy? Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm really happy to be back. I'm going to show you guys how I went about digitizing the files that I was offering to give away for free. So basically every month since December, I've been giving away free files just to inspire you guys to embroider something. And basically usually every month the files kind of have a theme for the month. So of course for April we have a lot of flowers and stuff like that. So this first one is just like a very simple row of flowers, and I hope the things I do in this video can kind of provide some tips and tricks and such without me even having to explain it. You'll just kind of see what I'm doing. This part's my favorite. You'll see I'm just like dragging and grabbing each one of the dots in the middle of the flowers specifically so I can grab it and change the color to yellow because that's what I want it to be. And then now I'm just changing it to satin. And I mean, it can really be so simple if you let it, and you just have to find a way to go about it in a certain way. The smooth shapes button is absolutely amazing for getting rid of excessive nodes before you go in and manually adjust that yourself. I always recommend doing that as well, but before you do so, just go ahead and use the smooth shapes button and get rid of those. When you have small shapes like the little yellow details on these flowers, you don't really need to adjust much. It's probably going to be fine. So just go ahead and click smooth shapes and you're good to go. But with shapes like this, you definitely want to go in like I'm doing here and manually delete the nodes. So now we can preview it, and that's pretty nice to kind of just see how it's looking. And sometimes you may not see something on the grid, but once you bring it to the preview, you notice something, and then you can go back in and switch it up. So now I'm just going to go up to the top and adjust the width so it can fit my 5x7 hoop. And you basically just save it to your laptop. And now I go back up and change it to fit the 4x4 hoop, which is just 3.850. And same as before, I'm just going to click export design, which is underneath the output design on the left side drop down menu toolbox. And then you just press save and it'll download. And this actually ended up being the design that is the April free file. So if you haven't downloaded your free file for April yet, please go ahead and do so. I know you're probably watching on YouTube. I need to add the link to my YouTube bio subscription because I don't think it's in there, but it's definitely in my Instagram bio and on my TikTok bio. It's basically just a web page where you can go and click on free file and then download the free file. It's gonna prompt you and ask you for a password. The password is always free file, FREEFILE, no space, all one word. And you'll be able to download this file and then embroider something today. So now this is another favorite part of the video for me personally because we're making butterflies, and I'm also going to show you how I utilize the duplication features. It's awesome. It's amazing. So again, I'm just pressing smooth shapes to adjust the nodes a little bit, and because the shapes are so small, doing that really does the trick. I don't really need to adjust anything else. I'm basically just moving the wing part to overlap underneath the caterpillar part of the butterfly, so that way once it stitches out, there's no gap in between the wings and the body of the butterfly. Now I'm just kind of on the other side of the screen adjusting the thread colors, and at the top you can click on duplicate, and from there you can group the pieces together or just drag it together and drag it to where you want it to go. So Essentially, you're just using the image as a guide of what you're trying to digitize. So you don't need to digitize everything, because if you notice that there's a pattern, you can just duplicate it. I love the duplicate button. It's my best friend. So now we're just gonna keep on going. I'm getting to the point where I'm going in and digitizing everything in an order that makes sense. But even if you don't do that, you can always change the sequence of the colors. I also am, of course, still using the smooth shapes button, and I'm adjusting the angles because I want some of the stitches of the tulips to be a certain way. I'd prefer the tulips to stitch out left to right rather than up and down. So I did that. And then I also decided to keep the tulip in the back tatami instead of satin, because I just thought it would look better in the grand scheme of things. Using the auto digitizing features in this way can be so beneficial. It can cut your digitizing time down in half. All I did on that page was omit parts of the design that I've already done. Everything I've done up until that point, I clicked omit. And then, so basically I just needed the green part, like the stems, and I just click, fill or details, and pressing OK got us to this point. But that's not all you have to do, because now you have to go back in and make sure that some things are not where they need to be. I'm going back in and deleting some of the green parts that I did not need, like the caterpillar or the base, the body of the butterfly. I deleted that because we don't need it. I already made it. So now I've gotten to the point where I'm just about done, but I still want to kind of adjust a couple of more things. So I go back in and change some details that I think would look better as satin. So I just changed some things to satin, kept some things as tatami, grabbed the whole design, adjusted for my hoop because I have a 5x7 hoop and I want to make sure it's going to fit. You don't want to go over 4.850 on the width with this case because the height is larger than the width. So the height is going to go up to 6.850. But if you can't go up that high, that's because the width needs to be under 5. So that's just kind of how that goes. And then again, you just click export design and you're going to hit save. And now it's saved to your laptop, and you basically just put it on your flash drive, put the flash drive in your embroidery machine, and voila, you're all set, you're good to go. We have unfortunately reached the end of this YouTube video. I know, I'm so sorry, it flew by very quickly, but no need to worry because I'm going to be back very soon with another video. But until next time, like, comment, share. Bye guys.